Welcome to Zahera Speaks, a daily awakening check-in podcast. I am Sara Treadwell, and I'm really excited to be in this space with you to offer support and guidance through this great awakening. I am an awakening coach and spiritual guide, a psychic medium and channeler. I've been channeling Zahera since 2021. She is a non-physical being who is here to offer us support through this great awakening. I'm really excited to be able to hold this space each day for us to receive a message from Zahera to support us during this great awakening. Thank you for being here with me. I'm sending you so much love. Today we're going to hear a question from a question and answer session that we previously had with Zahera, where people can come and ask their questions to Zahera directly. And so the question that was asked was, I'm curious about your perspective, or if you could paint a picture for us as a collective around what it might feel like, what it might look like, what it might be like, sort of in that period immediately post what people call the ascension point. So let's hear what Zahera said about this.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you very much. This question is a beautiful one, and it is also complicated because what is the post-ascension is different to each and every one of you. The idea of this, what this means, the point in which you will be noticing and claiming it is always going to be different for each person. It is an illusion that there will be one aspect and then it will be all over, because it is again in motion, so it is moving and moving and moving and moving. It is a lived experience, this awakening and this expansion. And so it is more in the sense that one day you, as an individual, will wake up and you will say, I think it happened. But I think it happened quite a while ago. Yes? And for each person, it will be different, because for some of you, you will ascend to what you would call ascend to the energy of, let's say, I'm using words that you would be familiar with, perhaps. You might say you would, I think I have ascended to this energy of new earth. That could happen tomorrow, because it is a state of energetic being, right? And really what is happening is, more and more as people will do this on their own, you will all begin to see each other there and notice each other there. And you are not going to just disappear out of this world in the way that your fantasy novels might describe. And even in the ways that people will receive visions about what is coming. Please understand, there is a lot of metaphor, there's a lot of dream-like, story-like imagery to help understand the shift. But the lived experience will be much more natural. It will be not as noticed, and I must emphasize that this is in the design. There are some who will be very disappointed at this information because they would like a big to-do. They think that that would be beneficial and helpful, and they ultimately want to say, I told you so. Yes. But the goal of creation is to move and support you so easily through the process of ascension that you would not even notice it. And that is the path that I am dedicated to assisting in. That is the path that is ultimately going to bring you the greatest peace and joy and ease. Yes, we are just flowing in the path, and then we will one day be there, and you will be there for a while before you will even notice you are there, and then you will say, "Oh, I think we are here. I think this is it." Because it will feel so natural, because it will take you time to unwind. So it's like you are arriving and then you still are going to be in an old energy, but in a new location. And so it might take time. Let's say you are from, I'm sorry, I'm not bad. It's not bad to be in a big city, but let's say you're coming from the big city energy. We know this story. And then you move to the country and you're still running around. And then one day you're just being and watching the sunrise, and you are saying, "Oh, country life." Yes, you've been in the country for a while, but it takes some time for you to acclimate and your nervous system to adjust. And so this is not one big bang. This is a this is a soft rollout. Yes. Yes. Very smooth. That is the goal. Now, if you'd like me to continue on that topic, we can discuss not necessarily this first shift, because that is going to be unique for each of you, but then we could look at what would the lived experience of each individual be at this new energetic state. Some have implied that this type of experience would be, in a sense, boring, or there'd be nothing to do. When you imagine this heaven-like state, you would sometimes imagine running around, playing games and singing choruses and doing nothing. I mean, that's silly. Uh, in creation, there is always more, because you are an evolving energetic being. And so you would always be learning and shifting and growing. So wherever you are, you're going to experience existence and creation in an entirely new way. And so there will always be more to I want to say do, but it's more to experience and more growth. And you will be looking through a lens that is so different. So it is like right now you are looking through a lens that has a red filter, and everywhere you look, you see red. And then you shift, and now you are seeing the entire world as orange, and you are looking it through a world of orange, and then you shift and you are looking through a lens of yellow, right? So each time you could be in the same space, but you can experience it in a whole new way. And that is what is going to happen. And the beauty is, in the past, when people would shift to this frequency, they would often be alone. And you have witnessed this in the prophets of your world, where they would shift to this energy. They did not disappear. They remained in your visibility, and they shifted energetically. But they were very lonely there, because others did not follow, because they did not know how. And so a roadmap was left for humanity to continue to move in the direction of awakening. And it was of the people to decide when the moment was for this collective shift. And here you are today, and you are ready. And you are willing, and you are able, and it is happening. And so this time, as you shift, just as you are noticing in this wonderful community, that you are finding more people as you are awakening and shifting, and you are able to come together. And this type of energy will continue. And more you will find spaces and places where people are awakening to new energies and then building and creating from a healed state. Can you imagine the beauty that would transpire if you were all building from your healed state of creativity and love and passion and joy, from balance, from honor, from sovereignty, from worthiness and non-judgment? If you were to create from this energy, what would be, what could be, what would happen? What a magnificent experiment to undertake. And that is where the world is transpiring into, transforming into. You are shifting into an energy where you will be able to create in this balance that you have never experienced before.
Her message today is really interesting to me because I have had plenty of people in my life over the years who have really been desiring a big to-do, a big hurrah, a big moment where we can all say, aha, see, look, and it's really that sort of gotcha moment. Everybody sees it, everybody understands. And I think it's normal for us to still be holding on to that desire and that wish. It's just the way our world has operated. It seems like, oh, that will feel good. Then it'll all be okay if everyone sees, then we'll be safe. And it's interesting because Zahera over and over and over describes that this is such a personal and unique experience. And I've also received so many messages from Spirit that their desire, if they could have their wish kind of for this awakening, it sounds very much like they would prefer us to hardly notice ascension and this energetic shifting that we're doing, because that would mean we were so supported and it happened so smoothly that we didn't need major destruction and disruption. Now, of course, we're right now going through quite a period of destruction and disruption, but I think you understand. I mean, I'm talking major catastrophe, everything's on fire and burning and brimstone and everything. That is not the goal of the universe for us. That is not their intention or their desire for us to experience. So, beautiful message today. Thank you for being here. I'm sending you so much love. Until tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I love connecting with you, and I'd love to know any questions you might have for Zahera. You can send me your questions to zaheraspeaks@gmail.com. If you want to connect more, make sure to follow me on TikTok, YouTube, and Substack. And if you're looking for community, join me in the Great Awakening Collective, a private community for those on their awakening journey to connect, grow, and learn together. Check out the specific links in the description of this episode. I'm sending you so much love. Until tomorrow.